Welcome. The collective is here for your information, knowledge, and love. What we ask of you is to sit and listen. Listen to the vibration, listen to the frequency that surrounds you. It is this frequency, it is this vibration that you seek from the highest levels. So allow yourself to be immersed in this frequency, in this vibration. Allow yourselves to flow into this experience. For you have just emerged from a very energetic period. Yes, you've had your eclipse, you've had your celestial alignments, but you have emerged from a very energetic placement. This emerging is purposeful. For many of you are experiencing many physical symptoms, physical portions running through your body that are a bit unsettling. For this is all perfectly aligned. Clarity of thought might be disrupted. Appetites may be disrupted. Fatigue may be present. But you see, this is all purposeful. For it is as if it is a rebirthing, an emergence. For as a young newborn arrives for its first breath, it doesn't have the full clarity of thought. It doesn't have the full activation of the systems within the physical. It is not aware of its physical at that point. It just knows it exists. For many of you, this may be what you're experiencing. And yes, what you have just emerged through is yet just another experience on this, shall it be said, journey towards ascension. It is preparing, it is realigning, it is adjusting the human form in all of its physicality, all of its energetic, for this moment that lies there on your horizon. It is drawing closer. This horizon of ascension is drawing closer. But it is going to be an individual experience, and this is what must be understood. It isn't that the symptoms that you may be experiencing from the increase of energy is going to be similar to your neighbor, your friend, your relative, for it is specific for you. It is specific in a way that it is to attenuate to the new energies that are present upon this planet. Think of yourself as a beautiful musical instrument, different from everyone else, but yet it needs to be tuned appropriately. And this tuning is what is taking place so that you can harmonize with, yes, all the rest of the instruments, as well as the energies that are processing through your planet. But do not look upon it as being a challenge, for this is the first place the human wishes to go with their thought process. No, what is it now that I'm to incur? What is it that I am to take on? The new set of energies is going to disrupt this or that. Begin to shift that framework. Begin to shift that outlook. Begin to shift that vision. And allow it to be one of acceptance, one of joy, one of gratitude. Because it is this action that you are going through that is preparing you. And so as you feel the changes in your body, if your thoughts are not just as clear as they once were, but yet those thoughts are a bit different, they lead you into other areas that you have not experienced before. This is because of the channel of energy that is opening around you. You are experiencing higher levels of vibrational fields, higher levels of existence, and you're attuning to it. So yes, you may misplace, you may forget, you may not have that clarity of the human thought process, but yet all the while that's taking place, you're thinking of somewhere else, something different, another realm, because this is where you're operating. For you see, it is of a much grander picture that lies before you. So understand that no matter what is to take place, and many of you have experienced this much of your life, it is this period now that you've emerged through this period of energy, to shift that vision of all that's taken place up to this point and what will take place up to the point at which ascension settles upon you, in a vision of gratitude, in a vision of yourself ascending, in a vision of yourself already in the higher dimensional planes. Because at some level, many of you, your vibrational field is already there at that threshold. Think of it as it's expanded out, your energy field is expanded out to that point, but yet your physical body has yet to catch up. This is the attenuation. This is the portion of the physical body that is playing catch up to your energetic field. So enjoy this process. Do not be distracted, as it has been mentioned over and over again, of what is taking place upon your planet. There are many distractions. Those distractions lead you back here into this human thought process center. Not here. This is where the greatest expanse comes from. But when you are immersed here in this human thought process center, the world around you looks exactly as it should: chaotic, challenging, discouraging. It is to keep you grounded. It is to keep you right in your physicality. See, the bounds between that holds you directly into the humanness are weakening. Many of you are feeling it. Allow yourself to be energized by that feeling. Don't question it. Just allow yourself to experience the edges of those other realms, those other portions of existence that you already are. Be immersed in the love that is felt when you understand the vastness of your existence. Immersing yourself in the gratitude of taking on this life existence for this great revealing. For you have challenged yourself by coming into the physicality in this existence at this particular time. And you've heard it brought through many other channels, but you are of the strongest. You have taken on this challenge because you are the strongest. There are those that have yet to even embrace this challenge. They look upon it as something that is a bit challenging in that in itself, that they do not wish to decrease their denseness in order to raise their vibration. And that is exactly what you've done. You've displaced yourself from a very high dimensional plane, decreased that denseness down to a point at which it coalesces into the human form here in the third, fourth dimension. Human form. And you are here to experience it. Because you are here to challenge it. You are here to experience and challenge all of this existence. All of the bounds of this existence. All of the points of reality that surround you. Because you have that clarity. But it is the memories that need to come forward to allow you to fully experience. Not the memories of this life, but all that you've been experiencing thus far. So there is much to understand what you have just witnessed. Many of you did not feel a thing. Many of you have. This is the individual experience that has been spoken about. So do not question, why did I not feel something, but yet this person felt everything. That is not your track. But it is to immerse yourself in the experiences that are to come. Opening yourself here, before here, and understanding the divine alignments that each and every one of you have, and why you have challenged yourself to come into this existence, and why this ascension is approaching.
Outstanding, wonderful opener. Thank you for that. So Margie, who's with us, is looking for a new home. Do you have any insight on this process? What area she should explore? And does this have anything to do with her relationship with the elementals at her current home? She feels that the new home will be found via a non-traditional source.
So for the elementals themselves have guided you to a particular point, a point of understanding. They've also instructed you of this alignment, crystalline alignments, structures, and how it is to be your, shall it be said, compass of directional finding. Not a compass that uses the magnetic field, but a compass that uses the energetic grid systems that are already in place. A compass that aligns the grid systems and highlights those pathways that you are to follow. So it is to understand yourself not in a singular plane, that of maneuvering yourself across the planet in any direction, but it is understanding how it is dimensional. This pathway that you're going to be stepping out upon, this dimensional pathway. And yes, what you have been sensing is accurate. You are not going to align yourself with the conventional means. There's a period that you're going to be entering into. A short window. Approximately 12 months. You're going to be entering into a transitional point of movement. From many past teachings, but one would understand this as a very nomadic aspect. Not having one permanent location, but having many locations that they assign themselves to. there is this draw to explore, there is this draw to find the essence of self immersed in all aspects of existence. It is understanding that this dimensional field, this compass field, this energetic system is what's going to lead you to that permanent location. But it is first that period at which it is to explore, it is to open. But this exploration isn't one that is going to be, shall it be said, transversing the planet. It may be just a few miles in any direction for a short amount of time, but it is the expanse of that system that you're going to be immersed in, that grid system, all the while holding the crystalline structures that are guiding you, pointing you. For those crystalline structures, call it a grid, they will highlight the direction of travel, and they will highlight the point at which the terminus, meaning you're traveling and you see that the highlight of the crystals has waned some. That is your terminus for that point. And it is to stay there and understand the growth that you are bringing and providing to that area. As far as the place to live, the place to call home for that period of time, there are going to be those that welcome you in. You are building a vast network, an infrastructure, if it were, of individuals that will welcome you in for a short amount of time. And these are already purposefully aligned. Then once the traveling has concluded, that final direction, that final point, that will be where you settle.
Wow, fantastic. Thank you. Kathy, who's with us, wonders if she has the gift of light language, and if so, how she can activate it and utilize it, please.
For the gift of light language is in everyone. So yes, it is present within you. It lays just below the surface of your own voice. But how do you utilize it? Trust. It's as simple as trust. It's simple of understanding your own self and trusting yourself to the depth that you allow it to flow naturally. For if you do not trust that it exists, if you do not trust your own self in the strength that you have, then it will always remain just below the surface. So allowing yourself to experience on your own short moments of allowing it to just begin with a small hum, with a small tone, and allowing it to begin. That is the prime. That is what begins the vocal cord vibration to begin the process. And trusting that it is okay, you're safe, it is all right for you to allow it to be expressed through you. It will not happen at any particular point, but you can allow yourself in the tranquility of your own space, the comfort of knowing that it is there because you've always felt it, and allow it just gently to express itself. It may be just a whisper at first. For a raging river does not start out as a raging river. It starts out as a trickling stream. You must allow it to trickle, allowing yourself to attune to it, and then allowing yourself to express it naturally as it wants.
Wonderful, thank you. Could you, with the support, the energetic support of all of us, provide Kathy with a light language blessing to prepare her for the procedure tomorrow?
Yesuno ukundo aya kendi isine wo kunu yuno. Ba siki in o oyano umaya si ta anaka. Wasana ano o shono ayani ki ana o mana isine ako. Wasana ki ine ana o shona ki ene ya shona ayana. Baku suniki na ai nak kuna si nak ano naka siki arko. Waka na sientika anna wahini haino ku wahanakia titia ka oaya ti inaka eso nuku uru ke ayahi. O kanaka ya hoko hoya naka he su yana. So hoya na haika enaka ushu. Waka ena eja ana huaka ana ana. Oko ono yasanaka ka o oko yana esa.
Lovely. Thank you so very much. Elaine would like to know why she's seeing distorted images of people's faces and why it makes her head hurt, please.
For this is a vibrational distortion within her own vibrational field. This has been a preparatory release that has been taking place. For as it has been discussed at the opening, this emerging, for some have traveled through this for some time, this is present through her. It is this action of seeing the disturbances within the energetic field of others. In essence, it is this understanding of exactly where they are upon their energetic travel, upon their energetic field process. She is seeing the distortions in their vibrational fields. Thusly, she's seeing the vibrational distortion in her own field. This too is causing the physicality to change. Here's what is to understand. What she is witnessing is the progression of the alignments within the individuals as they progress. Change, attune, align. The ability that is still within is one to assist, is one to place hands on, is to assist in this realigning of this distortional field, to calm it in a way, to bring it into alignment so that the process for the individual is a bit smoother. But this is yet held deeply within. It is to understand this is an expression. If it is held within too long, the distortion in the own physical field is going to increase to a point at which now what is being experienced is just the leading edge. It is time to begin to express this that is within. You must look at it as not a healing effort. This is a vibrational change. This is an assistance to an alignment of a vibrational field that is aligning with someone else. So as she witnesses others, not all have this distortional field. Many do. It is those, as she feels drawn, to come in close contact with, to just place a hand on. There isn't anything that needs to be said or done. It can be just as a gesture of comfort, but it is just in that process that begins to settle and align that individual's distortioned field.
Would it be accurate then that the less distortion she sees, the more highly evolved or along their path?
Not evolved, but closer to a pure center alignment.
I see. Thank you for that. Jana D wonders what her angel name is, please.
And Alaka. That would be the name that would be aligned with the most angelic presence that she is presently aligned to. It is that, to be present with her.
Beautiful, thank you. Lisa E. feels stuck. She wants to be of service to others and to help her family, and she's grateful for what she's learned so far, but wonders if there's something she should explore now that is beneficial for her life's path.
Understanding one's life's path, this portion of existence that you are feeling stuck, feeling stagnant, it is understanding that no matter how far out you reach to seek teachings, this must be understood. This is for many that are aligned to the same thought processes. For the years that have gone by are open to seeking out from others, the teachings from others. For there are many masters among you. Seek them out as you wish. But the energetic field that is in place now, it is the revealing of that mastery within self. But do not question yourself that I've not learned enough. For each is their own master. So it is time, and this is for all to understand, to begin that deeper inner reflection. Yes, you've understood what inner reflection has meant in the past. And this is looking inward to self, yes, looking deep into self, doing the shadow work and all of that that is aligned to it, but it is much different. This is looking at self from that place that you've assigned this lifetime. For as it has been expressed, you are here purposefully. You are one of the strongest here upon the planet now. And it is to see that within self. And it is to open that pathway of gratitude, that pathway of compassion for self, that pathway of unconditional love for self. There's time to work on all of that has taken place in the past. But just a simple action of understanding and acknowledging, I'm here purposefully. Simple words, I am here purposefully upon this planet now because I've chosen this life now to be of service, to be of my fullest potential, to be a blessing to all those that I'm around. And when you look inward and you understand that of self, the deepest portions of self, all the way down to the smallest cellular aspect of yourself, you begin to strengthen from the inside out, not the outside in. So it is this inner strengthening that is required. Then all that you've learned thus far and all that you will learn moving forward will be much different. The lines between the teachings begin to fade. The understandings of what this master or that master, this teacher has brought to me, they all beautifully begin to weave themselves into their own tool for yourself that you then allow others to experience. See, the energy fields of today are much different than they have been in the past. So that you have been taught or others have been taught of different energy modalities, of different astrology activities, cards, they all have their own energy. And they've never been fully blended together. The energies of today, those lines are blurred. The distinction between them, they all are of one energetic placement, but they're just called by different names. It is now time to allow them to become one unified healing purpose. But it begins here. Yes, it is simple, but it is challenging. You can look at yourself in a mirror, you can stand there by yourself, you can speak to yourself, but until you truly trust the words that are coming from your physicality as they are aligned to your energetic divine aspect that is within, then they'll just be words. But as you begin to speak, it is to begin to feel and how it resonates in every fiber, every cell, every aspect of this physical body. And you do this over and over, not just one time a day, but any chance you get. As you drive in your car, you glance up and you see yourself in the mirror. Speak those words. As you're walking down the street, the thought comes to self, center, and you speak those words quietly to yourself. At any moment, you are building that strength from within. That is when you'll feel yourself becoming unstuck. You'll begin to see the purpose before you. You'll begin to sense what you are here to do.
Wow, amazing. Thank you for that. So can you tell us what's happening with the fish in the Florida Keys? For the past year or so, there have been fish spinning in circles and acting erratically, and other fish coming to the shore, such as pinfish and sawfish. What's going on there, please?
For you have questioned many other animals that have found themselves in a circular pattern. Mother Earth herself, you understand, is changing. The alignments, the energetic alignments within Mother Earth are changing. But also it is those that you do not see. Those that inhabit your inner earth. They're realigning your crystalline structures, your crystalline activity points, your vortices, your portals. This is all in accordance to how humans and their consciousness has been evolving. The higher up human consciousness evolves, the more that needs to be activated within to counterbalance the level of consciousness. It has to be in balance. For if your consciousness rises to a point at which Mother Earth cannot catch up, there'll be a significant imbalance between the humans upon the planet and all that takes place within your planet. So, yes, here amongst other places around your planet, the vortices are being realigned. Your fish, your marine life, your large animals, your birds, they all sense the changes in these structures. The first is a realignment of the crystalline placement, putting them in an appropriate alignment to open a vortice. And once it is in place, they are gathered there. They encircle it. It's an activation of sorts, if you wish to look upon it that way. It is that represents that it is perfectly aligned, that the vortice is perfectly placed, and it is activated. And that is showing you that that is an appropriate place, if you wish to find that location, to be immersed in it. Whether it's on land or in the water, these are activities that are taking place all throughout your planet. The vortices are there to help balance this rising of consciousness. It isn't to take away from it, but it is what's balancing Mother Earth herself.
Right, but a lot of the fish are dying.
This is a natural byproduct, unfortunately. This is something you have to understand. many look upon the death of an animal as one that is catastrophic. But just as you understand your existence upon the planet, and there is a contractual alignment for you to enter into this human form for a particular period of time and learn what it needs to learn throughout that particular period of time, so too animals. They also understand that they have a purpose. They also understand that that purpose may be very short-lived or might be extremely long-lived, but it is up to that point. Their purpose, many of those, is to find that point and acknowledge, yes, the vortex is open and active. And in doing so, many of them may perish because of the energies are quite significant, but yet, as soon as they perish, they're immediately brought right back into another life to continue the cycle. So yes, from a physical standpoint, it is a bit distressing, but you have to understand, and you have an understanding of the animal cycle. This is just another portion of that active cycle of life for an animal.
Thank you for that clarity. And so speaking of animals, Wendy's dog Jigs essentially transitioned himself. And when we spoke to him, he stated that he had a mission on the other side that had to do with an opening that's occurring in that part of the country in Montana. Can you shed some more light on what kind of opening, what's happening in that area and why?
For in this particular region, there are two, shall it be said, two opposing crystalline alignments that are in place. When there is an opposing crystalline alignment, this is a, you would understand it as a collapsed vortex or collapsed portal, one that has been dormant for some time. This is how you keep it from exiting the planet and being of useful nature. But what is taking place is the alignments, just as it is there in the waterways, the poles of these crystalline alignments are beginning to shift and reactivate. So an opening is going to occur. There is going to be a physical opening, not one that is going to be destructive, but there is going to be a physical opening of the earth itself, albeit a bit small, but there is going to be an opening. This opening is going to begin to emit a very high frequency crystalline beam. One would not fully witness it unless they are energetically aligned to that frequency. But this beam itself is one that has been discussed in the past as far as humans themselves being of the light, being of a beam of light. This too, this is Mother Earth beaming that same frequency stream out into all of the galaxies to allow all of the rest of existence to understand that Mother Earth is changing. Mother Earth is realigning. Mother Earth is just where she needs to be to assist humans' consciousness at this point. It is as if Mother Earth is calling out to all other existence to say that time is near. Time for the realigning of humans and all other existence. As it once was at the beginning, it is now cycling back through. So it is this opening that will take place. This frequency stream will be emitted. This is, if you wish to call it a portal or a vortex, but it is much more concentrated. If one were to walk upon it, if one were to even enter into it, they may be a bit disoriented, but nothing is going to physically happen. But they will sense there is a great change of energy there in that place. And yes, it is quite central to this location where this individual is located.
Thank you for that. Will humans be able to see and recognize that crevice in the earth and report on it?
They will. There'll be many around your planet that will be doing the same. This is not just one location. This is throughout your entire planet.
And does that have anything to do with a lot of missing pets that are running away at this time?
For it is not a direct relationship. For those that are in the region where this change is taking place, those are the ones to assist their humans with the greater understanding. They're humans that are already aligned. Many of their pets may go, as you say, missing, but they are not quite missing. They have transitioned out of their physical right into their energetic, and they are currently present with their human just in that energetic form.
So when Jig says he has a mission, it's actually to help Wendy, not necessarily Mother Earth.
It is to assist Mother Earth, but it is to have placement for Wendy in understanding what is taking place with Mother Earth.
Wow. Okay, thank you. So Catherine would like you to discuss the concept of food as medicine and your advice for the best way to maintain our health, please.
For as it has been discussed, much of the food that you take in, much that you acquire through your grocery stores, much that is placed upon the plate in front of you when you are out to eat, much of it has been stripped from its highest potential vibration. This is no nefarious doing, it is just the depletion of the natural substances, minerals that are inherent in the soil. Many of them have been stripped from the soil, depleting. So all you are left with is just dirt, not nutrients. So it is understanding the balance that is needing to be put in place. How do you supplement the energetic depletion of the food that you're eating? You yourself have to become aware of how to re-infuse that with your own energy. It is understanding that just by placing your hands around the food that you're to consume, the water you're to drink, any substance that you're to put in your body, just a small amount of time with intention, the greatest of intention from your heart, your deepest heart center, focused upon that you're about to take in, will begin to re-energize it, rehydrate it, if you wish, in a way in which it begins to vibrate in accordance to your own body. And it will provide you the energetic supplementation that you require, that it has been depleted of. Now, the natural minerals, the natural substances that are within the vegetables, the fruits, the meats, the substances, those too have been depleted. And so it is to find alternative sources to supplement that in the short term. But as far as it as being medicine, there are many substances upon this planet that it shall be said that have been forgotten about. For everything that grows upon your planet has a specific purpose. Many of your ancient cultures understood this. They understood that this leaf combined with this and this mineral and this water source provided this particular type of healing. They understood the combinations. They've not been lost. They've just been stored away. They are going to be revealed once again. For there is a great movement. Many of you may not be seeing it, but there is a great movement to bring back the ancient ways of understanding medicine. There are many that are leading this effort. It is to begin to align yourself with those individuals, because they are the ones that are going to reveal the old ancient medicine ways. So it isn't necessary to look at it as food that is medicine, but everything that is medicine. But here is the most important understanding. It is understanding the communication between yourself and your physical body. Understanding exactly what it requires when it requires it. Your body has a voice. Every cell, every fiber, every muscle, every bone has a voice. It is beginning to speak to it. It is beginning to listen to what it requires to remain healthy. Your body is extremely resilient. Your body can incur many different substances that on the surface you may perceive as being harmful. The body understands how to mitigate them, but it must be in a healthy state. So it is understanding how to communicate with the physical body, listening to what it requires, and then providing that. It is also understanding the food, no matter what it is. Speak to it. It will tell you. It will tell you what is required for yourself. If you're at the grocery store and it is an orange you wish to consume, hold the orange for just a moment. Allow it to sit in your cart. It may speak to you, not in a voice, but in a knowing. If it doesn't, pick and select another orange. Yes, this may seem a bit time-consuming, but this is how you begin to understand the relationship between you as your physicality and the food that you consume. Every bit of food is medicine for the physical body. Whether you're aligning to that as medicine or not, it is what your body is requiring. This, in turn, is medicine, because it is helping fortify the physical body. Once you become attuned to what your body needs, as you pick an orange, you'll know immediately, nope, that is not the one. And you place your hands around, above, and understand that is the one that is required. Any food source. It is also understanding that, yes, you can grow as much as you wish, but it is also what you put into the ground that is going to provide you the greatest nutrients. It is also understanding how your body can impart the knowledge into the soil before you plant, so that what you grow is perfectly aligned to the physical body as you consume it. It is also understanding that portion of that land that you grow your food upon. As far as whether there's just animals that you wish to consume. Yes, much has been depleted from the animal sources as far as their health, as far as what you consume. Again, it is aligning yourself to exactly what you need and how to find the sources that are most appropriate for your physicality. Again, to the beginning of what has been said, it is an individual experience. You have to understand self. You have to understand the depth of self, the conversation with self, the internal aspects of what is required.
Thank you for that. And you said something I don't want to gloss over, and I've heard this before. If I am planting seeds in my backyard in the ground, the seeds and the ground are reading my energy such that the fruits and vegetables that come forth will be specifically designed for me and for my body. Is that what you're saying?
This is correct. For if you have seeds, for many of the ancient cultures would place them within their mouth. This isn't just to say that this is a good seed or a bad seed. You're imparting an imprint upon that seed of your own energetic essence. Think of it this way, and if it is for an entire family, allow yourself to have seeds, a glass of water for each individual, and allow them to take in a bit of that water, hold it within the mouth, and place it back into the glass of water if they do not wish to put the seeds within their mouth. Do not discard the water. Use that water that seed is in to be that you place around it once you place it in the ground. Also, if it is a family, combine all of the glasses together once it is complete and use that as you plant. They are then energetically aligned to the family structure.
That is phenomenal. Thank you for that. So Judy is curious what she needs to know about her current situation with her family, please.
Now, for you who have been engaged in shall it be said, a revealing of sorts within the family structure, close family structure. It has all been purposefully aligned. You understand this. Though your human mind is going to look at it as, yes, this is just yet another struggle in the human existence. Remember, shift that focus, shift that vision. For yes, there has been much that has been discussed. There has been much trauma. There has been much unsettling aspects throughout the relationships. But you are mending them. You are binding them together. This short amount of time that you have been displaced out of your home has been one to rekindle and rebind the family itself, the true family that you are aligned to. This is a weaving that has been taking place. So it isn't to be stressed, it isn't to be displaced in your own thought process of why now, why this. I thought this was taking place for this, and it is a sit back, relax, take in a breath, and just say thank you. Because you have done the work up to this point. All of what you've done has brought you to this beautiful moment at which it is all weaving itself together. Will it be just as you've envisioned? It may not. But you have extended a future for this family line that wasn't in place previously. So allow yourself this moment to thank self. Nothing more, just to relax and shift that vision to say thank you. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity, the time, the ability to bring all of it together.
Amazing. Thank you for that. So Lauren G, who's with us, would like to know her primary galactic alignment and her source cluster, please.
Primary Lyran, source Palladian.
Wonderful. Thank you. Before we close, do you have any final remarks for us tonight?
Allow yourself in the days to come to view the world in front of you a bit differently. Allow yourself to see the world a bit differently. Not one that it was just an hour ago, a day ago, a week ago, but one that is new, afresh in front of you. One that is to be experienced just as you've agreed to come into this existence to be that strong individual, a warrior, if you wish. For you have come here to take on the challenges. You may not feel as if you're winning any of them, but you're winning every single one of them. Just by being here in this human form. You are the strongest. You are here to prevail. You are here to change this aspect of humanity. Do not be challenged by that. Just by your mere existence, you are changing humanity. Just by you allowing yourself to explore your different thought processes, the expansiveness of your own existence, you are changing humanity. Your consciousness is rising. It isn't where you are on your journey. It is that you are on your journey. So continue that step forward. Continue that journey forward, for it is yours and yours alone.
Outstanding. Thank you so very much for being present this evening.
As always, the collective is here for your information, knowledge, and love.